Today, we're pitting the Xbox One with the upcoming next-generation console commonly referred to as the Xbox 2, or Project Scarlett. Will the upgrade be worth it? Spoiler alert, yes, it will. But why exactly? Well, today we are going to break everything down about the Xbox One and how those features will either be adapted or upgraded when the Xbox 2 arrives during the holiday season of 2020. Get ready for some VR, quick-loading games, and features that could make the Xbox One obsolete before we know it.
It eats monsters for breakfast.
The hard drives. Remember all those times you'd run to the kitchen for a snack, make a quick trip to the bathroom, or just scroll through your phone for a minute or two while games loaded? While all that extra wait time will virtually be eliminated thanks to the Xbox 2 and their upgrade to a solid-state drive. It's a feature PC gamers have enjoyed for years and will be a staple for all next-generation consoles. Currently, the Xbox One uses a traditional hard drive disk, which must manually scan and spin to retrieve data. A solid-state drive eliminates a majority of the loading time and creates a number of different ways games may be downloaded and stored on the console. For example, an Xbox game purchased digitally may now come with multiple download options. A player could choose to download the full game, just the single-player campaign, or just the multiplayer portion of the game and the maps that come with it. Managing game libraries just became a lot easier, and giant games can be broken down into chunks and downloaded much faster. The solid-state drive will offer better performance, less failure, and will be the new standard for gaming. The graphics. Now that we are going to have all this great space to download games and access them quickly, just how realistic and great will the games look? Well, the Xbox One X introduced us to 4K gaming, and that trend will continue with a vast majority of all new Xbox 2 game releases focused on the incredible 4K graphics. The 4K graphics are not the only feature that will help the game stand out. When you compare PC games to the Xbox One, there's something missing, and it's typically ray tracing. Ray tracing is an advanced form of graphical lighting that creates natural light patterns and reflections. Lighting is often a key element to making games look realistic, and the Xbox 2 will advance upon the ray tracing techniques to provide some of the most realistic console games we've ever seen. Basically, in like 3 years, we'll all be laughing at the graphics we thought could never get better. In the past, the hardware was just not up to par enough to handle ray tracing techniques. But major upgrades in the processor and memory will completely change this, providing a smooth experience and graphics unlike anything we've seen before. The ray tracing technique is something we can see in realistic racing games like the Forza series, or even something more artistic like Cyberpunk 2077. Eventually, the Xbox 2 could introduce 8K support as well. The games. So we have advanced graphics, a solid-state drive to reduce loading times. Basically, we're here and ready to game. But what will the Xbox 2 offer for games? To get a glance, we should break down some of the top-selling Xbox One games. At the top of the list are Call of Duty Infinite Warfares and FIFA 17. With annual releases from both of those franchises, expect more of the same on the next-generation consoles. In 2020, the Call of Duty game will likely get released on both Xbox One and Xbox 2. By the time 2021 rolls around, Call of Duty and many other franchises will likely only come out on the Xbox 2, with full focus on next-generation consoles. So far, the first game announced for the Xbox 2 has been Halo Infinite. The first-person shooter looks to make its mark and reclaim the glory days it once had on past Xbox consoles. And speaking of past consoles, the Xbox 2 has a feature that could make the Xbox One seem obsolete on the day of the launch. Backwards compatibility on the newest Xbox console allows gamers to use any disc from past Xbox releases. Time to clean those scratches off the good old Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Streaming games. In 2017, Xbox owners got to experience a whole new way to play games with the Xbox Game Pass. Instead of purchasing full games at retail price, the Game Pass is essentially a Netflix style of video games, where players could either stream or download full games and have access to them as long as they were part of the Game Pass catalog. The Game Pass has multiple tier options, including the ability to access the Game Pass on PC computers and get multiple months of free Spotify Premium access. Once again, Microsoft is really setting the bar for new gamers as one of the best ways to access the Xbox Game Pass, and the next generation console is through the All Access Pass. With the All Access option, gamers pay a monthly fee which includes the Xbox One X, Xbox Live Gold, and the Xbox Game Pass. After a year of monthly payments, Microsoft is once again showing how the Xbox One will quickly feel obsolete, as anyone who has the All Access Pass will get an automatic upgrade to the Xbox 2. No need to pre-order, wait in lines, or deal with various bundles. The new console will be ready and pretty much paid for by the time Microsoft releases it. Physical media. Even though there is a whole lot of focus on the digital aspect of these games, there are some old-school gamers who still enjoy the purchase of physical media at a store. We see you, GameStop! And while the newest Xbox would have just been released as a digital-only device, the physical Blu-ray drive is still present in the console. Despite the solid-state hard drive, gamers could still run games from the discs, and the high-capacity 4K Ultra game discs can present all of the top-quality games. As mentioned before, we can imagine the disk drive is pretty much just included for the backwards compatibility. Similar to the Xbox One, the disk is pretty much just there to verify you own the game. The game itself will actually be downloaded to the hard drive on the console. Currently, the Xbox One has a little over 600 games players can access from former Xbox consoles. They are looking to expand this number and will include the vast Xbox One library as well. Enjoying the battle between the Xbox One and 2? Well, we have plenty more for you, including the showdown between the PS5 Now and Google Stadia. Check it out when you're done watching. The controllers. Plain and simple, Xbox is not trying to reinvent the wheel when it comes to their controller. The basic layout has worked for years, and this is one of the comforts many gamers have come to expect when they play on the console. The current Pro controller likely won't see many changes when the next Xbox gets released. If there are already upgrades, we may see more advanced rumble controls, a more purposeful analog stick, and even more sensitivity to the triggers to emulate real-life actions while players play. Interestingly, there may be a major change in the way people interact with the Xbox 2. In recent months, Microsoft has filed several patents, two of which we'll get back to a little later in the video. The one we're focused on here is a stylus aimed to control actions on the Xbox 2. The patent doesn't make things completely clear, but it looks like elements of the Xbox may be controlled either directly in the open air, kind of like the classic Wii controller, or possibly through another Microsoft device, like a Windows Surface. Either way, it will be interesting to see how the whole stylus device moves forward and what changes it could bring the Xbox family of consoles. Cross-platform play. The console wars are still going strong with Microsoft and Sony both releasing new consoles in 2020, but the demand for cross-platform only continues to expand, and Microsoft is all about branching out to other platforms, especially when gamers choose Microsoft computers. The Xbox One already has a wide selection of cross-platform titles like Minecraft and Fortnite, but expect even more expansion with the Xbox 2. As cross-platform gaming becomes more of the norm, so does the ability to set specific settings. We all know that keyboard and mouse players have better aim than with controllers, so all players will have the option to play only players who are equipped with controllers. We all know there are plenty of us who are dedicated to just the Microsoft family of consoles, so you also have the ability to stick with just Microsoft if you want as well. Microsoft is really opening up the market for PC and Xbox crossplay with direct connections through Microsoft accounts. The bigger the playing pool, the better the online gaming community will be. Nothing worse than wanting to play a niche or outdated game and finding an empty lobby. The design. The Xbox isn't out to win any design awards. The very first Xbox console definitely tried to wow us with a giant X shape and green color scheme. But over the years, the company has chosen to wow gamers with the software rather than the hard drive. Just look at the Xbox One X. The sleek design not only fits nicely into multiple entertainment centers, but helps add a professional touch to the console. In other words, this isn't just for games. It's for gamers who are serious about gaming. So far, Microsoft has kept the new console design under wraps, so we're pretty curious to see what it looks like. There have been all kinds of design concepts released on the internet, but nothing is official, and these are just some wild guesses from some pretty talented graphic artists. We wouldn't be surprised if the final design was pretty close to the Xbox One X we have now. It's just a matter of seeing if Microsoft will release both black and white versions of the console. VR options. Remember those patents we were discussing before? Well, two of them were focused on Microsoft's own VR technology. Currently, the Xbox One has no VR features, so this addition to the Xbox 2 would be considered a major upgrade and a direct way to challenge Sony as they continue to push their VR technology. So what exactly does Microsoft have planned for their possible VR Xbox 2 upgrade? Well, the first is a boundary map. This device would likely be some sort of mat that gets rolled out before a person plays the VR. The mat may have sensors or other elements to help prevent a player from going too far away from the center of the room. Basically, the mat is ideal for preventing injuries or causing more clips for America's Funniest Home Videos. The patent design also included a camera element that looks similar to a Kinect, so we imagine body movements and motions could be tracked more accurately within the virtual world. The other patent included design and function elements for their VR controller. The wireless controller would interact directly with the Xbox console. The patent is more about the function, so there's no true visual on what the single-hand controller actually looks like. Microsoft Mixer. What's the point of having a brand new console if you cannot share your gaming with millions of others? Well, that's the concept behind the Microsoft Mixer streaming service. Just a year ago, no one really knew what Mixer was, but an exclusive deal with Ninja changed everything as Mixer only continues to grow. The integration of Mixer has already been done on Xbox One, but the Xbox 2 could take things to new heights. Look for easier capture options, instant feeds processed to Mixer, and the ability to watch and play at the same time. There will probably be some big crossover event with some Ninja marketing involved as game streaming reaches all new audiences. With a VR camera attachment, players may even be able to capture their video and the game stream at the same time. While Microsoft has already denied rumors that the base console would come with a 4K camera, the add-on is not out of the realm of possibility. Essentially, streaming console games on the Mixer platform will be made as easy as possible without a complicated computer behind it. In the upcoming months, we'll learn more about the features, chat options, and ways that gamers can connect socially. So what improvements are you most looking forward to with Xbox 2? Will the Xbox One quickly become obsolete? Any great features we missed? Well, let us know in the comments, and stick around The Gamer for more great video game content. We're releasing new videos every couple of days. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with the channel.